Okay. Hello, guys. I'm Magical Lady Duchess. And today I'm going to be talking about tarot cards and specifically the death card. Now, I don't know why that made me laugh talking about the death card, but it's funny to me because most people think that if you pull the death card that you're going to die or something crazy like that. And that's technically not what it means at all. Okay. So I thought that I would do a series of doing maybe one card a week. Um, and kind of taking my time and not speeding through any process of anything. I'm not going to do that. So I decided I'm going to start with the death card. I remember when I first started reading tarot cards, I was about 15 years old and I started off with regular playing cards. Um, like the regular cards that you would play spades or pinochle or whatever the fuck that you would use cards to play. That's how my mom used to read tarot cards. She never read actually tarot cards. She would read the playing cards. I might do a video about that too. So I wanted to just talk about the death card in the tarot deck. The death card is the 13th card of the tarot. It's often feared and often misunderstood, but it really can be really beneficial to a tarot reading. And the reason why I say that is because you really can't judge a card by the name, because technically death means the beginning and rebirth. And a lot of people don't think that. They think that the death card means somebody gonna die, and it's just not what the fuck it means, okay? It doesn't mean that anybody's going to die. Maybe a situation needs to die, right? I remember that when I was dating my husband now, when I was dating him, I used to pull cards on myself. And if you guys are learning how to do tarot cards, make sure you pull cards on yourself, maybe one or two a day. I tell people that if when you're learning how to read tarot cards so that you can really remember what the card means, I would preferably take two cards, research what the two cards mean, sleep with them, put them in your bra, wear them in your pocket, put them under your pillow. I would do that until you can remember what the cards mean, because learn what they mean and then learn what they mean to the person that you're reading, right? That's always the key. So the death card is the 13th card of the tarot. Like I said, it's really feared, it's really misunderstood. So it doesn't mean the death of a person, literally speaking. It may represent the death of something else, like a marriage or a relationship or your job or a plan or something that you thought that you were going to do but you don't need to do it for whatever reason, or you've been in a relationship for so long and it's time for you to move on, it's time for you to get it together, and you just can't seem to do that. So they pull this card, and so this card points to a time of harvest. It's, if you look at the card, there's like a skeleton, and then you see that there's like a pope or some, well, if I can get it, there you go. You see that there's like a pope of something, or he's a clergy or something like that. If I can get the goddamn, or something like that. He's a skeleton. He's on a white horse. All of these things represent something. If you look, you see there's kids, there's a woman, there's a man laying there. You see like water in the background. Look, the death card can apply to anybody, to anything. Doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter what your sex is, female, male, child. The death card, stop it. The death card could mean that you need to cut the cords to something that's in your past. It liberates us to go forward without fear. Look at him. He's going to go forward anyway. Because think about it in a concept like this. Death is going to happen to each and individual person. That's why I always tell people to live your life at the fullest and don't worry about things that you can't control, because in the retrospect of things, do we really control anything? We could petition all we want to, and if it's meant for that particular thing to happen, guess what's going to happen? that particular thing. But the problem is, as human beings in this outer shell, we want to control things. And unfortunately, you can't control everything. You can't control people. You can't control situations, so to speak. They have to align. And if you're controlling a situation is not aligning with what needs to happen, what do you think that's not going to happen? Thus, what you want. Okay. So with this card, like I said, everything is like with this card, when you pull it, everything is like you might be at a standstill in your life. And you pull this death card and it's telling you to close that door. It's telling you to let go. It's telling you that these things have died off. They are dead and you are alive and you're still holding on to that situation. You need to let it go. I used to pull this card all the time when I first met my husband. And it was just saying, close that other chapter. Get the divorce from my ex-husband and move on to something greater. And this is what that means. The key words for this card is change, destruction, transition, the change of being and thought, transformation, loss, liberation, revolution, evolution, progression. This card asks you a question. It asks, how will you feel your life moving forward? Will you feel it with things from the past, or will you feel it with things that you need to coincide and align with a great and prosperous and abundance future? The death card shows himself. He's riding his white horse. He's holding like a black and white flag. He's portrayed as a skeleton. This is the part of the body that survives the death, the skeleton part. There's armor on him, and it kind of indicates that despite death, it's still invincible, meaning that the skeleton is still there. He's riding a white horse. White means purity. Meaning that death is the ultimate purifier, so to speak. It's the ultimate thing. It's the ultimate end. It's the ultimate thing that leads to rebirth, is the death. All things are reborn, fresh, anew, pure. If you notice, the bishop or the clergyman or whatever you want to call him, he's kind of paying homage to him. He's kind of saying, thank you, because he knows that he is necessary. You have to understand with this card, you need to change, or you need to close some doors, or you need to set anew. It's time to rebirth something. You've paid enough. Death is the ultimate price for living. You've paid it. The death is also ruled by the Scorpio, and it's the sign of sex, death, and taxes. And it also is the number 13, and it's sacred goddess, as there are 13 moons in a year. I will also put some links below on this video so that you can research more on what the death card means. There are hundreds of websites, and I'm going to put like 2 or 3. I'm going to list them below to help you guys learn on your search of what the tarot means and the different cards. I will say that you have to worry about unhealthy attachments. This is what this represents too. Unhealthy attachments. Once you release them, you really allow and open up more of abundance and more of a fulfilled life. That's really like important. It's extremely important to your process. So if you pull the death card, just know you're going to be all right. Just know that you need to write some things down, deal with some of these roots so that you can have a better and fulfilling life. This is my interpretation of what the tarot means. You can tell me down below what the tarot card means for you. I would love to discuss on every card that I post what they mean to you. I always tell people to Take these cards, learn what they mean, and then use it for the betterment of you. Um, at the end of the day, it's a divination. If you trust the cards, they will guide you where you need to go. I love doing readings with cards. Like, I only do a 3 card reading, but there are some people that do 6, 12, 5, whatever. I don't do that. I kind of focus on the future, the present, and your past in reading your cards. If you're wanting a full reading with me, please go to my website. It is www.magicalLadyDuchess.com, and you can go there to schedule a full reading with me. I only do them on Sundays, and they're like an hour to kind of like unlimited time. So I don't really give them a specific time period, because I like to tell you what the card means and describe it to you, and then I tell you how it applies to your life. Most full readings are different for everybody who does this, so take notes. So anyway, this is my video on tarot cards and the death card. I will be doing more. For the month of July, I'm only doing full readings, and I'm only doing emergency consultations, just FYI. So I won't be doing love consultations per se, but I will be doing full readings, and I will be doing emergency consults. And in the emergency consult, you guys typically can talk about whatever you want to. So that's for the month of July. Just to let you guys know too, I am shutting the store down in July so that I can kind of revamp some of my products, kind of create more products that I want to give to you guys, because I always want to keep it fresh. I always want to keep it authentic, and I always want to keep it real for you. I am Magical Lady Duchess. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos on the death card, or my videos, period. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps you. I hope that it all helps you. And I hope that you become the great reader that you are meant to be. Ashe.